Terrence Crawford sends an unthinkable call-out to Canelo Alvarez for a sensational mega fight. After becoming the undisputed welterweight champion, Terrence Crawford is eyeing further mega fights, and a bout with Canelo Alvarez sounds like it is top of his list. Crawford is the newly crowned undisputed welterweight world champion and now wants a piece of Canelo. Newly crowned undisputed welterweight champion Terrence Crawford is willing to move up 3 weight classes to super middleweight for a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez. The boxer fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, now has all the belts at 147 pounds since stopping Errol Spence Jr. Crawford has seen suggestions about making a fight work with a catch weight of either 158 or 160 pounds instantly shut down by Alvarez. The undisputed champion at 168 pounds claims that his body can no longer drop down from that weight. Rather than meeting somewhere near the middle, Crawford is open to piling on the pounds instead. The fighter started his career down at lightweight, 135 pounds. Opponents moving up in weight classes to face Alvarez is nothing new. His next fight with Jermall Charlo will see the undisputed super welterweight champion step up 2 divisions to make it happen. Crawford now has all of the welterweight belts and is eyeing up jumping divisions for mega fights. Addressing his recent achievements and future endeavors, Crawford talked about potential bouts against both of them depending on the September 30th victor. "It's greatness. This is my era, and I'm taking it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me," he said. "Now that I've switched gears, I know I wanted to fight Jermall, but if he loses to Canelo, I've always said that's a big step. That's a big step, but for a person to go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168 pounds, and to win and to become undisputed. Wow. What can they say? 3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest men, besides himself, that's been doing it for probably longer than me." Crawford was conclusive when asked what weight it would be, 168. If Alvarez wins. Or Charlo, the winner. "I think that's the biggest fight in boxing. If Alvarez beats Jermall, Terrence Crawford-Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing, hands down. I want to be 3-time undisputed." The 40-0 fighter is similarly unfazed about jumping divisions either. "I would definitely have to gain weight. I just believe in my abilities. Canelo's not a big guy, he's 5'8". He's muscular, but as far as height, nah. That wouldn't be nothing that. We'd have to see. I think it could happen. To be honest, I think that's the biggest fight in boxing. If he beats Charlo, I'm ready now. People think it's all about weight, but I think it's skill. I've got the power to make anybody respect me. I don't care what your weight is." After overcoming Spence Jr., Crawford is, across the board, considered the top pound-for-pound boxer. That is a position that Canelo has previously found himself in. But he currently finds himself around 4th in the rankings. However, a win over Charlo could see him rise before a potential Crawford bout. Canelo has been one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in recent years. Behind him come several fighters who have gradually earned a name in boxing. One of them is Terrence Crawford. Canelo recognized that Crawford is in the top 10 of the boxers of the moment, and the Mexican champion assured that there is no one who can beat the American in some divisions. "I don't think anyone will beat Crawford. From 147 to 154 no one beats him. At 160 we don't know, but at 154 I don't see anyone beating him. He's a great fighter," Alvarez commented in an interview. Canelo Alvarez talked about the possibility of fighting Terrence Crawford but ruled out the possibility. He argued that the weight difference would make the fight impossible. "It's impossible because, like he said, if he beats Gervonta Davis everyone is going to say it's because he was small. It's the same thing. I respect Crawford, he's a good fighter, but we are different."
Well, Canelo and Jermall is fighting. I wanted to fight Jermall next, since he was the 154-pound undisputed champion. But as you know, they're going to strip him for his belt once the bell ring when he fight Canelo.
So your goal was to go up and become undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
There you go.
Wow.
Something that never been done before.
Right.
And, it's greatness. Like I said, this is my era, and I'm taking it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. So now I didn't shift gears because I know I wanted to fight Jamel, but if he lose to Canelo, I always said, man, that's a big step. That's a big step. But for a person to go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168 and to win and become undisputed, wow. What can they say? They can't say nothing right now, but what can they say?
Well, then you're in like the greatest of all time discussion.
I'm already in them discussions.
Are.
But I'm saying, but what would they say though? 3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest mans besides himself that's been doing it for probably longer.
That's the fight.
All right.
I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, he need to enjoy his fight. He deserve it.